Hi, this is Suhail, and so I'm going to explain my project that I've created. First requirement was to create a Solidity smart contract called voting. So I'm going to show you the project now. So basically, this is the hard hat stuff. This is the back end stuff, and this is the front end stuff. I have created the smart contracts using the hard hat. In the back end, I have used Express and Node and created those API callings for the functions. And in the front end, I have used Next.js with the Rainbow Kit and Vime and Wagme hooks to kind of integrate the smart contract that I created into the Next.js app. Okay, first of all, we are going to see the smart contract. So this is the smart contract. So these are the errors. This is the smart contract. These are the custom errors that we use to prove gas efficiency. The custom error are more common. Okay, so we are using custom errors. Then we have the owner, the candidate count. These are the variables. Then we have the struct candidate. And if we see the document, this was suggested, so we are using it. Struct candidate name, and it has vote count. This is the array of the candidates, and then we have mapping that shows which user has voted and which has not. So if the user already voted, then it will make it true and it won't be able to vote again. So only one user can only vote once. Okay, so these are the events. After this, these are the events, and then we have the constructor, and the constructor we have the message sender as the owner. After that, we have the only owner modifier. Then we have has voted modifier. So, and there is a transfer ownership function to transfer the ownership. Okay, now these are the main functions. Now the add candidate, basically if we look at the documentation, these are the four functions that we needed to create: add candidate, vote, get candidate, and get winner. Okay, so this is the add candidate. What it's taking as input is the name as string, and it's here it is checking the string if it's greater than 0, because if it's equal to 0, then that means that it's an empty string. The name can't be empty, so it creates an error there, and the function reverts. But if this is no error, then that means that the name is valid, and we are going to push that candidate in the candidates array. Okay, so the initial vote count would be 0 for that candidate, and here we have candidate count incremented to 1, basically since one candidate has been added. Okay, event has been emitted. Okay, after that we have the vote function. So if we look at the documentation again, this is the vote function. What it does is that it allows the user to vote for their candidates. Okay, let's suppose there are 4 candidates, and if he gives the number 5, then that will be an error, since there is no number 5 candidates, so that will revert. But if the candidate index is valid, then it will vote for that candidate, and its vote count will increase. Okay, has voted for the, and the voter has become true, so it won't be able to vote again for any other candidate or even for this candidate. Okay, after this we have the get candidate function. It returns all the candidates, and we have get winner function. So this one checks, find out which the winner is, basically. So iterates each candidate against each, and then saves the one with the highest vote in the winning candidate. Okay, and if there are more than one winning candidate, let's suppose there are 2 candidates with the same vote count, then it makes it a tie and displays the message tie, no clear winner. But if it is not a tie, then it returns the winner candidate's name. After that we have the get candidate count. It just returns how many candidates are there. Okay, so this is a smart contract. The ignition file, the one to deploy the smart contract, and this is the hard hat configuration. Okay, now we have to deploy it on a local hard hat node. So let's do it. We are in the hard hat folder. Okay, and npx hard hat node. With this command, it's going to start running a hard hat node. Here the hard hat node is working, and we have opened another terminal, and we are same in the hard hat folder. Now we are going to deploy this contract on the hard hat node that we just launched. Okay, basically this is the hard hat node. Here we are going to deploy the smart contract. So we are going to select the voting module, and we are going to select the network localhost. Basically, localhost is a network that is running on this current computer, and basically the hard hat node that is running as a localhost. Okay, I'm going to enter, and it's going to deploy the voting module. So the smart contract has been deployed on this address, and if we look at this node here, we can see that this is the contract address and it has been deployed by this user. So this is the user, the first user. I mean, if you look at this, so this is the first user, F39FD. So this is the first user that has deployed this smart contract, F39FD. Okay. So we have deployed the smart contract. What else do we need to do? Okay, now we have to create a Node.js backend with the following features. So now we can go into the backend folder. So in the backend folder, I created a src folder, and in that I have created the index file, and there we have done all the stuff. These are the imports basically, and we have .env.config. Basically we are reading the env variables. So after that, the main stuff is there. We are actually, initializing web3, and we are initializing the express app. Okay, so this is basically the owner account, and we are reading it from environment variables, and we are extracting the wallet from that. Okay, after that we have middleware stuff, error handling and middleware. So basically here we have the main stuff. Here we have the main stuff. If we have to create a candidate, we have to call this one. Okay, the method add candidate will be called once we go on this. Okay, after that, if we want to get candidates, we can go on this or API path. Okay, and then we have the post vote. We have to vote, and then we have this to find out the winner. Okay, we are going to go on this. Now we are in the backend folder, and these are the commands. Basically, these are the commands to add the candidate. I have already wrote it, so I don't have to kind of write it and just copy paste it. So here we are going to create 3 candidates basically by using the owner account. Okay, name we are giving the name Alice, and the owner address is this one. So basically this is the owner's address, so we are calling this using the owner, because otherwise it would have given us error. Actually forgot one thing, and that is we actually forgot to start the server. So let's start the script, and now the server is started on the port 3000. So server running on port 3000. Here you can see that. Okay, so now we are going to give, in fact, instead of creating 3 candidates, we should create one by one. Okay, so this is the command to create a candidate. So the candidate has been added successfully. Now we are going to create the other 2 candidates. We are creating multiple candidates so that the user can have a choice. So we are creating other 2 candidates. Now we can call, we can call the candidates to find out how many candidates do we have, and it's on this endpoint. Okay, this, and if we go on this endpoint, it will give us the number of candidates with the vote count. So we created 3 candidates. The first one is Alice, vote count 0. Second one is Bob, vote count 0. The third one is Charlie, vote count is 0. Okay, now we are going to vote for different candidates using different wallet addresses that are here. Okay, so here you can see there are different wallet addresses in the hard hat node, and we are going to use them and to vote for different users, different candidates. Okay, so we are basically using 7 users to vote for the candidates, and let's see. Okay, so all the votes has been casted successfully. There should be one error. Okay, there is an error. So this vote, basically what I did here is that I used the same wallet address multiple times. So it has already voted here, but I again try to vote using this wallet address, and then it gave me the error. Okay, so just to test if it gives the error if we try to vote for more than once from the same wallet. Okay, so other than that, it's voted successfully. Now we are going to again fetch the candidates data, and now we can see that Alice has 1 vote, Bob has 2 votes, Charlie has 3 votes. Okay, if we go to the endpoint, so basically it's also displaying Charlie. So basically all the endpoints are working fine. Yeah, that's it. So all the tasks are complete. So our task has been completed. Basically the requirements has been fulfilled, and we have all followed all this stuff that mentioned. Okay, I'm going to deliver this voting.sol smart contract and the ABI and the address also. So I've created a front end also integrating the smart contract with it. Okay, this is the Next.js. So it's running on 3001. So we go on there. Okay, it says loaded. So it's already connected to the hard hat node. I was actually testing it before making the video, so that's why it's already connected with that. Okay, we can disconnect it and connect the wallet, and basically it's using Rainbow Kit wallet here. Okay, hard hat main wallet. Okay, basically I have added all these wallets in the MetaMask, so that's why it's showing me those. They are the same wallet addresses that we can see in here. So all these wallets were added in the MetaMask. Okay, so these are the wallets. Okay, now since we have added 6 votes in it, and we have added candidates here, so that is why it's already fetching that database. So the data that we entered using the node. Okay, so now we can check winner here also. So Charlie is the winner. Okay, Charlie has 3 votes, Alice has 1 vote, Bob has 2 votes. We can create another user through this. So basically this is the owner account that I have connected with, so I am able to add candidates. Okay, so let's add another candidate. So now we can see that we have another candidate added. Undertaker is another candidate, and there's no vote for him since no one has voted for him. Okay, and the winner is still Charlie since it still has 3 votes, highest vote count. Okay, this is the project basically, and I have uploaded it on the GitHub, and I'm going to send the files to you. Okay, thank you, take care, bye.